Oh, what? We're on. Hey guys, it's Chris again. So, welcome to episode 3 of Desperate Ravings. And what we're going to do this week, well, not this week, it's more than once a week, isn't it? It's almost every half hour. Okay, so we went down to our sponsor, Redzeed Takapuna's store, and we asked a bunch of the guys down there, got any questions for us? So we did a bit of a Q&A. And let's jump straight into it. We've got Ben Uptown Girl, as he likes to be known on the street, has the first question. Hey Chris, why do you have those stupid sideburns? Don't know what you talk about, bruh. Okay. Second question from Ben is, hey Chris, what is your opinion on the 5 charms from Return to Ravnica? So this is a cycle of uncommons. We've got Izzet, blue red, we've got Selesnya charm, green white, we've got blue white, Azorius charm, and we've got green black, Golgari charm, and we've got red and black, which is the Rakdos charm. My friend, Paulo Vito Damarosa has just written an awesome article on channelfireball.com and he covers this exact topic. So if you're interested, go over and read his page. I'm not going to discuss it. Just kidding. No, okay, so I think that the blue-red Izzet charm is the best charm. It's going to see play in block and standard and extended and modern and legacy. And it's pretty good because it deals 2 damage to a creature at instant speed. So they're all instant, by the way, all of these uncommon charms. 2 damage to a creature at instant speed. You can draw 2, discard 2 at instant speed, kind of like Faithless Looting. Or you can counter target instant or sorcery unless the opponent pays 2 colorless mana, much like Spell Pierce, which was very heavily played when it was out, but that only cost 1 blue. This charm is very good, and it's going to see a lot of applications in a lot of decks and a lot of formats. That's the best charm. Not because of its power, but because of its flexibility. So, see what you think about that bad boy. That's my favorite. My least favorite, Rakdos charm. Blows up an artifact, which right now the biggest artifact I can see is Runechanter's Pike. So, take it or leave it. There's other options to blow up artifacts, and it's got another mode on it, which is something like, I can't remember word for word, but it's something like each player loses 1 life for each creature they control. And unless your opponent's heavily overextending, you're probably not going to get too much out of it. It could be a finisher, but is it really better than Searing Blaze? Probably not. I don't know. I don't think so. It's got another mode as well. Exile a Graveyard. So there's just some more graveyard hate. I don't think that's cool. That's cool. Okay. The Golgari, the green black charm's pretty good. It's kind of scary for someone like myself who thinks they're going to be playing blue white control because I'll be like, hey, Supreme Verdict all your zombies, and they'll be like, regenerate all my zombies for green black, which is pretty good. Not even regenerate zombies, it's regenerate all of your guys for green and black, and it's speed. So pretty good old Golgari charm, so look out for that one. It's also got Destroy an Enchantment on it, which can blow up the Tension Spear, and it can blow up Oblivion Ring and stuff like Arrest. I think that's back, is it? Don't know if it'll see play. The charms are very good. There's also green-white, which gives you guys +2/+2 and trample was one of the big options on it. And that can get you out of Mizium Mortar's range. It can get you out of Izzet Charm range, so it's pretty good. And I also think probably the best mode on the blue-white charm. You can draw a card at instant speed if you want to, which is cool. Great blue-white control card, this blue-white charm. But I think that one of the better modes on it is put an attacker or a blocker on top of its owner's library. So they miss a draw step, you get rid of a guy. But that's more of a blue-white control card. So charms are awesome, I think. Very, very welcome. And Ben's third question is, hey Chris, what are you doing for the pre-release weekend? And to answer that question, I am going down to Gene Brumby's Priority Games event at the Wellington Bridge Club. Win a box, a whole box. A whole box. Look at that, it's kind of like Christmas snow sort of thing. You can win a whole box for first place, which is awesome. $35 entry, and you get some sleeves as well. Pretty cool. So that's me, Return to Ravnica weekend, and then I'll be working heaps, so that's alright. We've got another question from, well, we've got 3 more questions from another dude, and that dude's name is Chris Sharp. And Chris says, hey Chris, that Chris talking to this Chris now saying, hey Chris Sharp, hey Chris Bewley, what do you think about Yo Chris, what do you think is the best guild mechanic, strongest guild mechanic for Return to Ravnica Limited? Probably going to be, I think, Populate. It's pretty awesome. And I think that Detain is going to be quite good as well, because blue-white, if it's got lots of flyers, like I think it does, it's going to be quite good. So green and white will be really powerful. Blue-white should be able to take control of that. I think those are the two best ones. Unleash is terrible. They're just like normal guys. They're sort of on curve with if you take the counter off or put it on, or if you activate Unleash, rather than being on curve and then getting bigger. They're like under curve and then they go on curve. So I don't think Unleash is very good. Overload's pretty cool, but there's a lot of timing has to come into play there. So I think those are the best two: Detain and Populate. Chris's second question is, what standard archetypes will be most affected by the new set? I think Green Black Zombies is going to be very heavily affected. It's got Dread Mangler, it's got a lot less Troll, and it's got a lot less things to worry about. Okay. Yeah, I think Green Black Zombies get quite a bit, and I also think Blue White Control gets heaps. It gets Terminus. Well, it doesn't get Terminus, but Terminus becomes better because Zombies will become better. But Blue White gets stuff like Detention Sphere, good lands, just like Green Black gets good lands, and it also gets Supreme Verdict, which is very cool as well. So, and not to mention the charms. Every deck gets a charm. So those are the big two. And I think not because of what it gets, but because of what it doesn't get. Geist of Saint Deck is going to be great because you don't have as many clones running around. You don't have Phantasm Image. You don't have Phyrexian Metamorph, which were not only clones, but they're good clones that you wanted to play multiple decks. So, yeah, the Geist deck gets better because of what it doesn't get in the format. Third question from Chris is, what Planeswalker would you be friends with if you lived in Ravnica? Now, we all know I couldn't be friends with Jace because I look just like Jace, Architect of Thought 321. Yeah. So I can't be friends with Jace because it'd be like, this is my hair. No, wait, that's yours. Couldn't be friends with Jace. Niv Mizzet, don't think he's actually a Planeswalker. Not sure. Let me know. Maybe he will later on. Can't be friends with Gideon because he looks like Triple H and he'll probably pedigree me until I can't breathe anymore. Vraska's pretty cool. I'm going to say Vraska. No, I'm not. Dak Faden, man. He's coming. Dak Faden is coming, and if you don't know who Dak Faden is, I suggest that you do your research, friend. He is the most powerful Planeswalker of all time. Alrighty, thanks, Chris, for your question. What have you got for me, Isaac? Okay. Another friend, Isaac, has got 3 questions for us. And he says, who are the 3 most liked Magic players in New Zealand and why? I think Paul Gumbley is very well liked. He's very strong, beautiful, handsome man. He likes to play a lot of mill and likes to have a good laugh, so he's very likable. I also think that Digby Carter is pretty cool. He's very, very likable. I don't really know anyone that doesn't like him. He's hilarious, great at Magic, and he's real helpful if you want tips, advice, things like that. So Digby Carter is pretty likable. I also think that Mr. Paul Johnson from Christchurch is a very likable fella. If you don't know Paul, track him down, say hi, something like that. Very friendly. He's great sport. He's got just one of those awesome, good sportsmanship things about him, which is very, very cool. Another guy that I've met recently, actually, Nick Newman. You might have seen the shout out that I gave him just the other day in the Valakut video. He's an awesome guy, and in one of my first matches with him, I got a bit sour, and I thought that he did me wrong in the match. And he didn't really do me wrong, but he offered to concede to me to go to game 3. So he is an awesome guy, and I like him a lot. He's very, very cool. But I could go on forever. There's some awesome guys with a lot of dynamic to them. Like, let's say Dan Mackay. You could dislike him a lot, or like myself, you could love him a lot. I think he's hilarious. So Dan Mackay, take it or leave it, but he's a man. So there's lots of very likable guys out there. So those are some of my favorites, excluding the name alone. Okay, let's go on to Isaac's second question. What food do you consume when playing to get your magic juices running? I eat a lot of Subway, I guess, when I'm on the magic road, but I don't eat meat, so I'm vegetarian. So I don't eat vegetarian Subway. No, just kidding. I eat vegetarian Subway, but I don't eat meat. So that's pretty much how it goes. A lot of Subway. That's quite good. Another question from Isaac. Question number 3 is, what do you dream that you are a planeswalker and fight Nicol Bolas? Well, quite frankly, Isaac, I'm disgusted with this question. You're doing very well up until then. You had some good questions, informative, entertaining, infotaining, and then you come along with this Nicol Bolas nonsense. You know how I feel about Nicol Bolas, right? Clearly not, because you're just being an insensitive jerk now. So, hey, me and the Dark Lord of the Multiverse are just going to ignore that question and move on. So, thank you very much for your time, Isaac. I wish you all the best in your future endeavours. Alrighty, moving along to my friend Shalom. Hopefully we don't have any of that Nicol Bolas trash talk because we know what happens to those guys. Shalom's first question is, what is the single most overpowered card in Standard? And right now I don't think there's an overpowered card, but the two of the most powerful cards that jump to mind is Thrakusk, Restoration Angel. Put them together and boom. So not overpowered, but massively powerful. Actually, Geist of Saint Traft is super, super powerful as well. So those are the big three, I think. Isaac's second question is, Isaac, just get out of that. Sorry, guys. Shalom's second question is, what is your opinion about playing Magic on a boat? Well, to answer your question, if I were invited on the cruise, I would have an opinion, but I wasn't invited. So, there it is. Thanks for bringing that one up. It looks like we've got another Isaac here, don't we? Anyway, Shalom's third question is, can you do a rap about Magic and Redzeed? Yes, I can, and I did. So enjoy it. That is on our Desperate Ravings channel as well, so check it out. It goes for about 1 minute 24. Tell me what you think of it. Alrighty, moving on to our second last questioner, Paul Gumbley. Okay, Paul's got 3 questions. Have Wizards impressed you with Return to Ravnica? Yes, they have. 2 awesome Planeswalkers, heaps of awesome rares, a really cool mythic in the form of that Armada worm. That's pretty good. I really like that card. Heaps of amazing uncommons, not to mention the charms, which I just have previously mentioned, and lots of awesome commons as well, and heaps of the rares, heaps of the uncommons, and others are going to see play across multiple formats, which is good news for a set. Paul's second question is Mill viable in the new standard? Well, if there were ever a time to play Mill, it's right now. So get your increasing confusions out, get your mind sculpts out. Show us what you got. I can't wait. I don't know if it's top tier, but it's a tier, so show us what one it is. And Paul's third question is, how has Return to Ravnica affected my personal life? Wow. Hasn't come out yet, but Magic in general, I've got a lovely girlfriend. I've got a beautiful, hilarious, understanding girlfriend in the name of Anna Maria, who, if you're wondering what she looks like, she's pretty much a spitting image of, well, Liliana of the Vale and Olivia Voldaren combined. She'll admit it herself. So, anyway, she's supportive, and we came up with a Facebook group called Magic Players Girlfriends. You know, feel free to like it. We've got a bustling, populated group of about 5 people in there so far. So give us a like, get on board with that. It's going to be pretty good. But Anna Maria is very tolerant of me. She keeps me nice and warm when I'm sitting in bed playing Magic Online, and yeah, it's affected my personal life a little bit, but nothing major. Almost in a good way, anyway. Cool. Okay, and now we're moving on to our last questioner from Mr. Matt Rogers. Okay, I'm just going to prepare myself because it's going to be good. Matt's first question is, do you think New Zealand has a strong and positive Magic community? Yes, I do, is the short version. I grew up in Invercargill, first started playing there, and there's awesome guys down there. Fun is the key word, and Leon, Levi, Keith, Kane, all of those guys, they are going to just show you such a good time, have heaps of fun, have so many laughs with there that you did not think was possible. So go down to Invercargill if you're there and play some Magic. Awesome crew, great community. Dunedin, haven't spent a lot of time there. Auckland, I've met some of the best friends in my life playing Magic in Auckland and around Auckland in that community. Really cool guys, really friendly guys, heaps of fun. So the stores that I've been to in there, every store that I've been to, which is probably just the 2, which Vagabond City, and also our friends down at King of Cards at the bottom of Queen Street. Again, I've been into the stores, great service, people are friendly, really, really cool. And then we get to Christchurch, which is where I spend most of my time for Magic. The community is awesome. It's probably slightly different. There's heaps of real competitive players, which all have sort of their community, help each other out, really just break down the decks, the testing, the formats, and just make each other better. And then there's the casual guys, which are brewing up awesome decks, having heaps of fun, doing heaps of cube drafts, doing heaps of EDH, and then comes tournament day, game day. We get together and everyone's just having fun. So awesome community. Chris Williams really looks after the Christchurch guys, doing an awesome job at Wizards Retreat. So all in all, New Zealand community is looking strong and getting better every day. So that's very cool. Matt's second to last question of today's Q&A is, will you name your first child something magical? Well, I thought about it, but I don't know. The closest that I'd get would be Liliana, Olivia, but realistically, probably not going to really call my kid something after a fantasy-based card game. Let's be honest here. I'd name them after something from Final Fantasy. What am I, stupid? Where's my degree? Where's your degree? Okay, and Matt's last question is, will you marry me? Hurrah! Hurrah! Holly Rose, Holly Rose, Holly Rose, Holly Rose, Holly Rose, Holly Rose. Just say the words, man, and it's yours. I had a request. Levi Scott from Invercargill said, "Hey Chris, take your pants off." Okay. Well, I'm okay, and I just want to say, like me on Facebook, um, subscribe on the YouTube channel, and tell a friend, share the video. Thanks to our sponsors at Redzeed Takapuna, and have a great night, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. I love you, man.